What's up guys, Z-VENATIX here, and as promised you have my entire playthrough of Bruenor Battlehammer here. We are playing on one of the missions called Verbeeg Jamboree, and we're playing on the third act, which is the final act for that mission called A Feast for All Cretans, where we will fight the boss at the end called the Chef. As you can see right here, we are playing on challenge rating 1, which is, I believe, is the lowest difficulty possible, but the developers have said that even bumping it up to the second one makes it incredibly more challenging, especially when it comes to stamina and also taking damage and things like that. Keep in mind, I did play this over the internet. I did not actually have the game locally installed. I played through a program called Parsec, so it does make the game look a tiny bit choppy, I will say. Regardless of the experience, it did feel pretty smooth from time to time, but there was definitely a little bit of input lag, and I believe it was because I was playing over the internet and not necessarily playing it locally here on my own personal desktop. I battled between myself if I wanted to leave just the raw gameplay with the sound, or if I wanted to have myself and the other content creators as well as the developers talking. And I decided that the talking made it more natural, and the developers provided a whole lot of information for you guys, so I ended up leaving them talking. I will say though, the developer talked probably 80% of the time, while myself and the other content creators probably talked for 20% of the time. Not even really. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Anyways, enjoy.
Cool. I have to do something with this rage.
You should have seen the first version of this. It was like, let's make it a bit more. It's the beginning of the mission, and it was a bit too harsh. Whoa! Okay, we have like, I'll let you guys go first. Okay, cool. Jump out of there. Awesome.
It will be ugly, and all
so yeah, we have different objectives in the missions. So for instance, right now we actually have to find a way to open that door that will lead us into the forge. This used to be like a dwarven area, and because of the events of the Crystal Shard, like, it's been overrun by dwargars that have killed a lot of the dwarves. It's actually part of Bruenor's hometown, and we're actually going to try to help him out and take back the forge. That's why we need to defeat the chef. So first thing, we need to kind of find one of those power cubes to open that door. Oh, so here are our first enemies. So these guys that we're fighting right now, they're the Dwargars. In the game we have over 30 enemies, different family types, different archetypes. Right now in this fight we have, like I said, the Dwargars, and we have bombers, which are kind of range attackers, where they drop a bomb when you kill them, and you guys obliterated the defenders, which is like the heavily armored enemies. Like right now, like I said, on the easy difficulty, you can plow through them. As soon as you go to like CR2, you'll have to probably parry and like juggle them a little bit more to go through them. I think we have our we have our cube. Let's keep That's one thing, like, it's full co-op in the sense that, like, as soon as somebody completes part of the objective, the other players can move along. Like, it's not like you have the cube and, like, I have to wait for you to get there. Like, if you have it, we all have it, and I can actually move forward.
Okay, and regarding treasure chests and loot and stuff like this, is it shared too?
Yeah, it's well, it's actually, this one is instance, so that, like, if whatever you see and pick up is for you, and specifically the character you're playing, and you're not stealing anything from. It's full co-op, so basically all the gear you see, pick it up, it's yours. Same for me, and so it's Okay, that's so cool. We have goblins here. We have a big guy at the back. You could, if you want, try it out at some point. If you click the right stick, you actually go into target mode. I tend to not use it when I'm against smaller guys, because they surround you, especially the goblins. That's what they like doing. But for big people, it's kind of like it gives you like a chance to go like more into a duel-like approach. So that's and watch out for those bombers when you kill them. They'll drop a bomb, and right there. It actually got his friends. Awesome. So you might see at some point a team attack pop up, come in, like it's the Y and be together. Basically, every character has a chance to kind of trigger those team attacks. I think I don't know if it's in this build specifically, but every character, if you do a perfect parry, like it triggers like anybody else that's near a monster will be able to do the team attack, and every character also has its own way. For instance, me with Gadibri, if I take down an enemy with my range attack, it will pop a team attack opportunity for you guys. He's gone. Cool. This here is the short rest. I'm just going to take a bit of time to explain it. Basically, it's for people who play like the pen and paper version of D&D, like short rest and long rests are a big part of like the mechanics. We wanted to have kind of our own version of that for our game. So the way we address that is like basically instead of having the game autosave as you play the mission, we leave that into your hands so that like whenever we complete like a core encounter, like the one we just did, there's a certain number per mission, and you decide whether or not you're going to take the short rest. If you do take it, it gives you back all your potions, your health comes back. And you get a save point so that if we wiped at this point, like we would get back to that stage. If we didn't take the short rest, we'd go back to the previous one, in this case, the beginning of the mission. But if you choose not to take it, it's actually going to give you loot rarity bonuses. So you get better loot, like more rarity and better loot in general, if you skip those campfires. So if it's a difficulty you're comfortable with or you're getting really good at the game, a great way to get better stuff. So yeah, right now I'm gonna save them so that if we die, we get back to that stage. But like I said, on the easy mode, not the most difficult. Nice. The ones you see with if you see people with skulls, it's basically elite. They get like they have ranks as well. So this one is the basic one. And they just like they get stronger, more damage. They get unique abilities as well. So, and you see the title for the abilities when they have them. I think it starts at like a rare, so blue. I don't think we have seen one yet. Also, your yellow bar at the bottom, that's your ultimate meter. It'll fill up with combos. And like I said, we're sharing them, so the more combos we do, the higher it'll go. As soon as it's active, if you press both sticks, you'll trigger your ultimate ability, which usually deals massive damage. Bruenor is one where his ability is really about protecting other players. It's going to create this circle that makes like that. I think it reduces the stamina, your attacks cost, and also gives you a bit of armor and health. Big guy. He's gone. Good guy. Oh, Bruenor dropped the anvil. Nice. Oh, that guy's not gonna last. Nice goblin. Awesome. One thing you could try to do that's a bit of a more advanced technique is if you do a light attack, if you press X as soon as you hit, or like when he's in the hit reaction, you'll do what we call a force critical, where you'll really punch that enemy with massive damage. If you see like one of the bigger guys, like the Verbeegs that we saw, it's actually fun to try because he's actually gonna be pushed back and he's gonna topple the other enemies that he hits. So it's like live action bowling. It's pretty neat. The timing is a bit tricky to pull off. Okay. Yep, so we have some of those time challenges. Ooh. That was bad. Good. Yeah, so as you're seeing right now, that's actually it's good that you guys are going there. Like, obviously now I'm trying to run through the missions with you, and but so we're focusing kind of more on the critical path, but this is a smaller one. We have some of these nooks like that where you can actually explore and find extra stuff. Every mission has a lot of alternate paths you can take, and yeah. Oh, I'm in fire. That's nice. Ooh. Okay, I'll let you guys go. Awesome. If you ever have like a negative status effect, like burning, poison, the blue potion at the bottom should get rid of it. That's cool because I like that you guys are like, you know what, that objective marker? No man, that's not for me. I'm going this way.
Gotta explore everything.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm trying to like I'm going through this stuff with you guys, but the truth is, as let's say I'm playing this for real, like on my own, like yeah, I tend to go everywhere. I like it too. I think honestly we might have time to do the whole thing and come back. It's a loop, so if you guys want to go, go.
My goodness.
Yeah, this one is actually like, I think it looks worse than it is, but
It
yeah,
looks worse.
no, actually,
Alright.
I take it back. Okay, let's see
I
if
will
I can.
not go there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. I will try to get you. Let's see if I can. It's not gonna happen. Wait, wait.
I made a mistake.
It's okay. It's.
Really? You think so? I don't know.
I think I'm gonna
Let's
try
go.
it. Worst case, I die. We'll see. Okay, let's go. I'm going. Oh, nope. Bad call. Bad call. That was.
Okay, so what are we doing if you die too?
No, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. I feel it.
Did
Actually,
you just
maybe
destroy the spike? Oh no, there was like.
Oh
roadblocks.
yeah, I think there was. Yeah, that's it. I think we pulled it off. Can I get out of there? Yeah, but honestly, thank God I'm playing Caddy Bree because the heal circle was really useful for me right now. Okay, I'll just heal a little bit. But yeah, but honestly, it's actually a good point. Like, to talk about this is we tend to, like if you're just you're going for action, you're going through the critical path. We keep it so that it's a bit like the easiest stuff. Like not that it's easy, but I mean some of the more hardcore stuff is obviously not on the critical path. And you can find hazards that are a bit more cruel. This is where the level designers have their fun. But yeah. So yeah, this guy right now that Driss is wailing on is, I think he's a Mind Master from where I see, so he's kind of a magic user from the Duergar. He can actually take over your controls. He has some really powerful spells that he can cast as well. When he has Mind of Blue, that is. So, that guy... Oh man, he didn't have a good time. Go, 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 go.
Oh, the chest if you went through the spikes all the way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing it's always fun where you just place it so you say, oh, okay. But
So
that's
we go
one
back
thing.
to the spikes.
Yeah, you know what? Let's skip it for now. But yes, you could, you could. But no, it's like it's kind of again, it's something you'll see. Like we don't have like, for instance, almost every mission has also setups where you have like puzzles where you need to find different plates to unlock like a unique chest. There's some smaller chests will give you bonuses for the mission. Like potions, get back your health, that kind of stuff. But there's bigger chests that gives you the loot. So yeah, there's usually between 3 and 5 per mission. Once you know where they are, you need to get to them, and it's like it could really extend your playtime as you're doing the mission, but it allows you to get more loot. That guy is an elite Verbeek. He's called a Binger. He's we're on an easy level. We should manage, but he's tougher than the other Verbeeks. And one thing he does, amongst other things, is if you punch him too much, or kick him too much, or hit him too much, he's gonna start puking as he gets up. And yeah, just get out of that city bomb. You should be fine.
So is there a way to ping enemies?
No,
Mark
no.
them? No.
No, it's like you really focus more on kind of have to voice it out. 4 of us just not having a good time. There we go. Trust me when I say if we do the same thing on the... As soon as we crank it up 1 notch, it would not have been that simple. And that's one thing too, actually, when you're playing with people, like one of the main advantages is the fact that you can take a bit more risks, right? Because worst case, let's go. I think this is probably going to bring us back to where we were. But if you guys want to see the boss and maybe try the other one, I suggest we do that. It's just going to be simpler. Oh, right. But yeah, the simple fact that you can actually raise your coverage helps a lot. and we're doing, I think right now we're in the process of doing the classic D&D mistake of splitting the party. So I'll not do that. I'll come back to help you guys. Yeah, we help you out. Sorry for this. It's like basically that's kind of an old debug that's like semi-present in that version.
Oh.
I think you're good. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, it worked. Awesome. Sorry for that.
Ow. Messing me
Yeah,
up.
yeah, no, yeah. See that basically that guy with the skull is level 1 elite. He probably feels closer to what the actual enemies feel like when you're one level up, but the basic guys are like that. Also, I could point out like those elite guys. It's not preset, right? It's generated by a system. So every time you play, not every enemy is gonna be the same. They're gonna have different powers, that kind of stuff.
So is it obvious that they're an elite? Is there like some type of indication?
Yeah, well, unless maybe you have an issue where you don't see it on your side. Normally, you'd see a skull next to their health bar, and also if they're higher level elites, they'll have traits. You'll see those traits as a text saying like, okay, that guy is like I don't know, unyielding, and you can't. I think that one is like basically he doesn't have hit reacts and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, 2 big guys here. I'm gonna actually try to entangle them. That's one of my powers that I like. Does it work? Okay, well, no need. I think he's gone. There you go. See that guy? I don't know if this is me. I see him as a high level elite. The goblin that just spawned. And is about to be destroyed. Okay. And it's possible because you had to respawn, you might be in a sad situation where you don't have your potions anymore. I know that's what happened to me as I was trying to help you out. But I think if we take the short rest once we defeat these guys, it'll be fixed. Sorry for this issue.
Oh, it's good. I got my potion still, so we're good.
Oh,
there.
okay. It just really, it went after me. Okay.
So the skulls next to him, are they always have green, or is it different
No.
based off what they are?
No, that's it. You have different rarities. Like green, it's basically, you know, it's the same as your gear in a way. Like you have uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary enemies. So they get like progressively harder in terms of like health, damage, armor, but also they gain more traits as they're like if you have like a legendary, I think they have 3 of these traits at the same time. And on a normal or higher difficulty settings, yeah, you're gonna want to be careful with them. Cool. Put that here, get out of the way. Awesome. We're reaching the end. We're approaching the chef's kitchen, which you can assume, based on what these guys have been doing so far, it's probably not going to be... I don't think health code is something they care about. Okay, I'll just wait for you guys here.
The urge to break everything in sight is real.
Yeah, of course, it's... Yeah, like I said, it's like, I'm trying to move forward, but normally I'd be right there with you. It's like so hard not to do it. It's right there. Like, yes, this urn hasn't done nothing to me, but I don't know. It needs to go. All right. So yeah, most of our missions finish with the like the third act as one of the more like intense boss that we need to fight, like this guy. As you can see, he's very big as well, but he's his own custom version. He's immune to fire. He has this crazy attack. He has a spin that you have to watch out for. Watch out for his harpoon as well, and yeah, he's totally immune to fire. So when he goes into those zones, we have to kind of be careful. Oh yeah, and a spin with both guard, that's brutal. That's cool. I just saw Triss like go in, go out. That's exactly how you should be doing it. Okay. I think this place is... Oh, it's gonna burst. Get out, get out, get out!
Is this how we do it? I don't know.
Yes.
Actually, you made it. That's perfectly fine.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm getting close.
You got him. You got him.
Can I taunt this high of a guy? My guess is no.
Yeah, it's possible that he won't. Yeah, it's possible that he won't react. I think like it does. Well, you know what? He's done again. Yeah. Goodbye.
Great touch.
But yeah, we're defeating him. We defeated him. Sorry. So yeah, every mission, same thing. When you finish it, yeah, you get you get completion bonuses for killing specific boss. You get your completion rewards. You're gonna have the classic tally screen, gives you everything you picked up. It's a good point to also mention that the loot, the approach we've taken to the loot is you do know the rarity of what you pick up. You see it by color, and you see it like, and you kind of know the type. Oh, I picked up a weapon. I picked up gear. But you don't know exactly what it is, and you can't actually, but you need to finish the mission, and as we'll see when we get back to the camp, use your loot chest to kind of reveal what you picked up. One of the reasons for this is like, it's really a way to say like, you know, it's a co-op game. The point is not to just get what you want and get out. It's like you're supposed to finish the missions with your companions, so you need to see it through the end, and then you get your rewards. I'll just get this, go straight to the camp. What you see now is the materials to upgrade your equipment. Like I said, the moves were all unlocked in this playthrough, but normally you start with a set of moves and you can unlock those. You can there's the light RPG aspect where like also based on the pen and paper version, which is like as you gain levels, you can increase attributes at certain levels. You get skill points that you can use to unlock new special abilities, and your gold can be used to buy new potions, upgrades the one you have, and all that stuff. So yeah, as you see now, the chest is active. That's whatever you guys picked up during that mission. It's a good point, also a good place to talk about the fact that every piece of gear you pick up, like it's for your character, it has a cosmetic impact, so it's going to change the way you look. Every set is like has a different focus. There's different sets in the game. So let's say one is a poison dealing set, and there's multiple tiers. The more pieces of that set you equip, the more effective it's going to be, and it's going to give you unique powers linked to that set. And the cool thing too is like they're not like repurposed in the sense that, let's say I pick up a frost resistance chest piece and I'm playing Caddy Bree, it's gonna look different than my original one, and it's gonna fit Caddy Bree's look. It's not gonna be the same that Wolfgar has, because I have a very similar piece in terms of like the stats and what it does, but visually it's gonna really fit Wolfgar's visual style.
I see that you guys have set bonuses for a certain amount of pieces. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually it's something we really focused on, because it kind of gives you a really good goal, like a, you know, like a short-term goal. We go like, okay, well actually it's, let's say, more mid-term, but you go like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, I want to get this full set, and we actually try to set it up so that specific monsters drop more of one, so that then you can say, once you get, you know the game a bit better, oh, you know what, let's go do the goblin mission again, so that we can actually, I want to grind a bit to get that specific set. And actually, you know what, since I'm talking about it, like that's one thing I skipped over at the beginning, but whenever you do missions, every mission is themed around the monster. Like you can find most of these monsters I was talking about in most missions, but every mission focuses and showcases one monster a bit more than the others. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know, well, I don't think we'll have time to run it again at CR2, but if you have any questions, feel free.
I got the. Oh, sorry. You can go ahead.
No, go on ahead. It's okay.
So what was the? It's on the bottom of my screen, the farthest on the right. I have 4 of them. Are these like unlocks for my feats? It looks like.
Are you in the menu? Is that what you mean, or?
Yeah. So like I could unlock. It says cost 1 to increase my HP or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just check. Yeah, exactly. I think it's like, well, you have, I think it's what I barely touched on a bit earlier. You have different things, like you have the ability points will allow you to unlock like unique abilities, and some of them are like legit like combat abilities, but there's stuff like, oh, I can carry more health potions, or I find more of them in the environment, or I have more armor. You use your gold for like upgrading your moves, upgrading your potions, unlocking new moves, that kind of stuff, and you have like the crystals for your upgrading like the quality of your equipment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest is like the attribute points. If you in the character sheet, like those, it's really like the pen and paper version. On specific levels, you'll gain attribute points, and all of these have an impact on the game. Like your strength, you're gonna deal more damage, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So regarding the dungeons you mentioned earlier, are they done in a way that we have to grind for access, or does it happen naturally on our
No,
adventure?
that actually no, that we didn't want to force you to grind. The way it works is if we complete all the main missions, the first dungeon will unlock. And it doesn't matter what level you're at. If you've completed all the missions, you can go do the first dungeon. If you complete the first dungeon, then the second one unlocks. After the second one, the third one unlocks. And it's kind of part of what I was saying, like the philosophy or difficulty. We're going with a fixed one where it's not like the game will try to adapt to you. It's really about you deciding, okay, I'm ready for a greater challenge. So that's why the difficulties are fixed. Like if you play on the like this easiest difficulty we played at, it's never going to get more difficult because you get better. It's always so you're gonna yourself try to say, oh, you know what? I think I'm ready for challenge rating 2. Oh, I'm ready for challenge rating 3. The best gear and the most interesting gear is on higher difficulties, and you decide when you get there. The dungeons are like by default. You can kind of think of it as like whatever difficulty you select, they're actually a bit like one step further, so they're way tougher. You get more loot from them. But the rest is really like the approach to difficulty is you want to get the best gear. You're trying to increase the difficulty you play at, and we really wanted it to be like there's 3 ways to do it. If you're the first one is the classic like get good. You could, and honestly, some people have done it on the team. The people that play a lot, you could pick a character, never upgrade it, and still increase the difficulty and run through the missions. You need to just be really, really good at it, but it's perfectly doable. Very tough, but doable. You could decide to say, you know what, I'll team up with my friends, because again, difficulty doesn't really scale. It scales a bit with other players, but CR2 with the 4 of us playing will always be easier than CR2 alone, even though it's perfectly doable alone. And the third one is gear up. So if you have a bit more difficulty with a certain character, well, just play the missions, you'll get better gear, equip your gear, and you'll probably be able to raise the difficulty then. So we didn't want to like hard gate it. We want you to really play the way you want to play, and it could go from the easy mode that we've done, which is like less tactical and allows you to just, let's say, enjoy the scenery, talk with people if you want to just have fun with your buddies, and they're not, they don't play that much. But if you really want to go hardcore and it's like you have to think about every single move, just go to the higher difficulties, and that will do that for you.
Okay, but you're totally aiming for replayability and doing things more
Yes.
often.
Yeah,
All right.
if you want. That thing is like, that's why, like, when I said there's 21 mission, it's like if you say, if you went through it once, you have more than enough content to be there for a long time, to be honest. It's just if you really get into it and you want to keep playing, yes, of course, the game supports it, and you're going to see different things every time. Especially as you increase difficulty, you see more elite traits, and some of them, they're game changers. Like if an enemy that is a super powerful magic caster is usually easy to defeat, and now you're doing it on a higher difficulty, and he picked up the false life trait where he regens. Oh, now that fight that you probably went through in 5 seconds, it's actually you have to be a lot more tactical to survive it. So that's kind of the idea.
All right. Do you have a playtime estimate? How long does it take to play through the game once?
It would be like, honestly, I don't have specific numbers, but you see, like, I think that if you're just rushing through one mission, like you're just doing the combat, right, and you're not exploring another, I think it goes roughly about 30 minutes to do a mission. So you could do 30 minutes time 21, but at this point you're just rushing through. If you're trying to explore everything else, and they're not exactly all the same length. Some are a bit longer, not shorter. I think the one we've played today is one of the shortest ones we have, and usually Act 3 tends to be shorter because on higher difficulty the bus takes a lot of time. But I'd say 30 minutes if you run through, and about like 40, like 45. You could go up to an hour if you try to find everything and complete every puzzle, and that's for every mission. Dungeons are a bit longer because they're a bit tougher. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
And that also depends on the challenge rating as well.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. No, that's a good point. It's like if you're playing on higher, like right now, like I said, we plow through. It's even just CR2 would be very different. Like you have to think a bit more. It slows it down a bit more tactical. So yeah. Any other questions you guys have?
No, I
We're
think
good?
I'm good.
Cool. Well,
True.
thanks for playing. That was fun.
Yes, thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So, as a reminder, everything, like if you guys did record, you'll have to hold off until June 9th, and then Friday, Tuesday, towards the end of this week, beginning of next week, we'll hit you with some more content. And then if you have any questions or need any additional content, anytime, feel free to reach out to your contacts. So, Venatix, that would be me, and Sebastian, whomever your contact was, that kind of helped you sign up for the event.
Sure thing.
Awesome.
Cool. Well, have a great day, guys. Thanks for joining. It was.
Yep.
I hope you had a lot of
Thank
fun.
you.
Very much.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Till next time.
Alright, cool. I will get those parsec instances cleaned up and ready for the next session.
Sounds good.